I think we can all agree that the workplace is changing and changing fast. But the conversations shaping workplace design and innovation aren't always happening as fast, much less out loud for all of us to hear. And that's part of our focus in 2026, to bring you the information you need to help your customers create spaces that work for them. Welcome to Season 7 of the Trend Report, your inside look at the people, the products, and ideas shaping the future of workplace design. I'm your host, Sid Meadows, and I'm glad that you've joined me for this short episode. As we say in the podcast world, this is a trailer for our upcoming season, season number 7. And if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you know that this started out as an experiment. Way back in 2020, I certainly did not have it all figured out. I didn't know exactly who this show was for. I didn't know what we were going to talk about, and I certainly was not aware of what this show would become. But what I did know was that just like you, I love this industry. And I believe that the conversations we weren't having were just as important as the ones we were. Over the past 6 seasons, this podcast has grown in ways I could have never imagined. And that growth is because of you, the loyal listener, the people who show up week after week, episode after episode, the ones who share the episodes. They send me messages, they challenge my thinking, and they remind me why these conversations matter. So before we talk about what's next, thank you, truly. Because without you, none of this would exist. And I appreciate each and every one of you for the gift that you give us each and every episode that we provide. But season 7 feels different. Not because the heart of the show has changed, but because the clarity has. This podcast has evolved from learning out loud to leading with intention. And as we head into the next season, I am more energized than ever about where we're going and why it matters right now. And I'd like to just take a minute to say thank you to those of you that responded to my request for feedback on the show. It was so great to connect with each and every one of you, and I really appreciate you spending a few minutes with me and sharing with me what you love about the show, and in some cases, what you don't love. And all of your feedback has helped inform what we are going to do this year. So thank you again for investing in me and this show by sharing your insights with us. Now, this season, we're moving to 1 episode every week. This is designed to meet you where you are and to help you think differently about where we're headed as an industry. So here's what you can expect. On the first and the third Monday, you will hear what you already know and love, which is a 30-minute interview with industry leaders, builders, thinkers, and doers from across the contract interiors industry and the workplace design industry. Real conversations, no fluff, no scripts, just honest dialogue about what's working, what's changing, and what we really need to rethink. Now, on the second Monday of each month, we're introducing something new and exciting and fun. And I got to tell you, I'm really excited about this. This is a short 10-minute episode called Hot Takes. In these episodes, we'll be joined by co-hosts who will come in and join me. We're going to spin a wheel of topics to decide exactly what it is we're going to do a hot take on. And this is going to range from our industry challenges to emerging opportunities to sales to design, you name it. The wheel is going to have all kinds of topics on it. There were no overthinking, no rehearsing, just real-time perspectives and honest reactions, and maybe even just a little disagreement about topics within our industry. I'm excited to announce that our first co-host of the new Hot Take series will be none other than our returning guest, Doug Shapiro, the Vice President of Sales at JSI. And he and I are going to have a lot of fun hot taking on 2 or 3 different topics for you to hear. So be sure you tap in and join us. Now, on the fourth Monday, we'll bring back a listener favorite, conversations with just me and you, in what I like to call our 10 to Win series. Quick 10-minute episodes that are focused on professional development and growth. One idea, 10 minutes, something practical that you can take into your week and actually use. Now, the topics for this season will go deeper and wider. We'll have more CEO chats. We'll have conversations about the future of product design, what AI really means for our industry, and practical use for you and your business. We'll talk about building stronger A&D partnerships, the evolving role of the dealer and the independent rep. We'll be looking at what the future holds for both of these important roles in our industry. and stories about building businesses from the ground up. This season is about helping you think differently about your business, your role, and the future of our industry. Now, I've got some exciting news to share with you for season 7. I'm actually opening up a way for you to become part of the show. Using a tool called SpeakPipe, you can leave me a voice message now. You can head over to the website. You can actually ask me any question that you want to. You can share a thought. You can react to an episode. Just be nice, okay? You can even suggest a topic that you would like for us to tackle in one of the episodes. Think of this as like your direct line to the podcast. Some of these messages may be featured on future episodes. Others may spark entire conversations. This is about making the Trend Report even more interactive and listener-driven. So if you've got something on your mind, you know I want to hear it. Your voice, your perspective, and your ideas. And this is completely anonymous. You do not have to share your name or your email address. Just simply leave me a message. Head over to sidmeadows.com/podcast and check it out. It's just below the header and it says, ask me a question. There's a little red button there that you can click, and literally it's going to make sure that your audio is connected, that your microphone is connected, whatever that word was, and you can ask me whatever you want to. I am excited to hear from you this season. And also this season, I wanted to create something to go beyond the podcast because many people have asked me about this. And for a lot of you, the conversation doesn't end just when the episode ends. So this is why I've created something called the Insider Community. This is a casual behind-the-scenes space for our most loyal listeners, the ones who want to go a little bit deeper. It is a place to connect with me in a more personal way and with other listeners and other people within our industry. It's a place to continue conversations, to ask questions, and to explore ideas that we don't always have time for on the show. Inside the community, we're going to host live office hours twice a month. I'm going to share some business and industry trends in a document for you to review. We'll have some resource documents out there where we're sharing. And occasionally, we're going to have bonus conversations with previous guests. There's no pressure, no long-term obligation, just connection, curiosity, and community. Now, if this podcast has ever made you stop and think, I'd love to go deeper on that. This space was created for you. Head over to sidmeadows.com/community to learn more. And be sure to use the coupon code FIRSTIN, all one word, at checkout to get 50% off. For about the same cost as a cup of coffee, you can come in and help us build a powerful community of furniture nerds. You know, those of you who, like me, like to turn chairs over in lobbies and to see who made it. Now, this discount is valid through February 28th. So don't miss out on the opportunity to come in and join us at this low price. Remember, again, the coupon code is FIRSTIN when you're at sidmeadows.com/community. Here's the honest truth. I started this podcast in my early 50s. And this February, I will turn 60. I know, I don't look it, I don't act it, but that's okay. But as I've been planning for this next chapter in my business and in my life, I realized something. I want to do things differently. I want to have more impact, help more people, share more ideas, and contribute meaningfully to the industry that has given me so much. You know, we are one of the only podcasts that's truly focused on the office furniture industry and the people shaping the future of workplace design. My goal for this season is really simple. I want you and others to say to your friends, your colleagues, your family, have you listened to the Trend Report? So whether you've been here since the beginning or you're just discovering the show, welcome. Season 7 officially kicks off on February 2nd with a powerful conversation with my longtime friend, Bryce Stuckenschneider, the CEO of Loftwall. And Bryce is returning for the second time in a CEO chat. And I'd really love for you to be part of this conversation, not only this conversation, but the entire show for the entire season. So make sure that you're subscribed wherever you listen to podcasts. Connect with me on LinkedIn or follow along on Instagram. And I'd be honored if you joined our email community. And just remember, if you're looking for deeper connection, be sure to check out the Insider Community. All of this can be found at sidmeadows.com. Thank you for joining me today On the Trend Report, your inside look at the people, the products, and the ideas shaping the future of workplace design. Go out there and make today great, and I'll see you in Season 7 beginning on Monday, February the 2nd. Take care, everyone.